Hey everyone, so tonight it's nighttime and I'm going to explain what the best Medicare supplement plan is. Now, this is kind of a complicated question because it depends on what your income is and what your thoughts are. And the reason why I say that is it's very simple to say what the best Medicare supplement plan is, and that is the G plan. Some people don't want to spend the money that this plan costs. A lot of people that are turning 65 do want to spend it because it's actually pretty inexpensive when you're turning 65. I'll just give you a rough estimate. For a male, it might be $150 a month. For a female, $125. Now, there's 50 different states, thousands of zip codes, and it goes by your zip code, gender, and whether you smoke or not. And that's about it. So if you live in a more expensive area, most likely this plan is going to be a little bit more than $150 a month. If you live in a less expensive area, it might be less than that. So you say to yourself, well, what does it cover? Well, on that thumbnail that I had, you saw the Medicare A and B card, which you probably already have, or you signed up for Medicare and you're going to get it. When you have that Medicare A and B card and you have a G plan, no matter what company it's for. So most agents out there, if they're brokers, meaning they work with many different companies, they'll have Aetna, CIgna, Blue Cross, AARP, Humana, Mutual of Omaha. I mean, the list goes on and on. Transamerica, I could name every company that comes to my head. But what it is all the G plans have the same plan. And what I mean by that is the coverage is exactly the same, no matter what company you purchase it from. So whether you get it from Aetna or CIgna, it's going to be the same G plan. Now the difference is the price. Why do they charge different prices? I get this question all the time. They just do it. They have an underwriting department. They decide what they want to charge, and that's it. So it's basically like, why do you go to this grocery store and a red apple is $1, and you go to the next one, it's $1.50? That's basically what it is. Besides that, the thing about the G plan is you have to get a separate prescription drug plan, which is kind of cool because you can pick which one you want. There's probably about 30 different plans in your area. That's kind of an average. And you can choose one that, if you don't take any drugs or take one generic, you can choose a very inexpensive drug plan. Or if you take a lot of drugs, you can choose another one that might be best for you. On top of that, you have to get a separate vision, dental, and hearing plan if you like. You don't have to, but it doesn't come with the G plan. So the G plan is the best when it comes to medical and hospital coverage. So doctor and hospital, outpatient center, could be physical therapy. It covers everything except for a deductible of $226. Now I say that, let's just say a little bit over $225, because depending on what year you're watching this, it could be much more than that. I don't know. But in any case, the deductible, that's for the year. So you pay the first $226 if it's 2023. And then everything in the hospital and doctor is covered as long as Medicare covers it. Now, some people might say, well, what does that mean? Well, if you're going for brain surgery, Medicare covers that. So the G plan is going to follow that. If you're going for a heart attack and you get heart surgery, anything like that, anything medically necessary, Medicare covers. So the G plan from any of these companies is going to follow it and cover the rest of it besides that $226. Now, that is unbelievable. You can't get better coverage no matter where you are in the country. You can go to any state, any hospital that takes Medicare, and they will take the G plan no matter what company it comes from. So an example would be, there used to be a company, they didn't go out of business, but they shut down their Medicare department. No one had ever heard of this company. It has a weird name. I'm not going to mention what their name is, but I had 75 or 100 clients on this company, and nobody had ever heard of it. Every time they went to a doctor, the doctor said, I've never heard of this company. And it was very inexpensive, and this is probably 10 years ago, and I used to tell people, just trust me, go on the plan. They loved it. Some people didn't even want to switch off of the plan. So G plan is a G plan. Now, a lot of people would say, well, I'm just starting out looking at plans. What do I look at? Here's basically what my presentation is when I speak to people that don't know anything about Medicare or just signed up for Medicare and they don't know where to go. So there's two avenues when it comes to Medicare when you sign up for A and B. You have to sign up with the government for Medicare A and B, and that's like your base. Now, after that, picture yourself coming to a fork in the road. You have your Medicare card, and then it forks. You have to decide whether you want a Medigap plan, which would be the G plan, or an N as in Nancy plan, or an F as in Frank, or a high deductible G, and so forth. There are letter plans. You have to decide if you want one of those, or if you want a Medicare Advantage plan. Now, Medicare Advantage plan, they are all over the place as far as coverage. It's different with every company, but most of the time, when I say most of the time, let's say 90% or above, they're HMO or PPO plans. And a lot of the time, there's zero premium, meaning you do not pay out of pocket, but you pay as you go. And it might say, well, it costs $35 to go to a specialist, and it costs $10 to go to your primary. The thing about the Medicare Advantage plans is they include vision, dental, and hearing. Some of these plans pay for your Part B premium, and they include dental, vision, and hearing a lot of the times. Not all the time, but they include all of these things. They wrap it into one plan, and they call it an Advantage plan. But the thing is, a lot of times people don't like these plans because they'd rather be on a Medicare supplement, aka a Medigap plan, which would be a letter plan. But people ask me all the time, well, would you put your parents on? Well, my parents are now on Medicare. Years ago, when I first started doing this, they were not on Medicare. I can honestly say now that they have a G plan and they have a prescription drug plan, and that's what they have. So I consider that the best, and that's what I put them on. I have also put one of my aunts that was extremely ill. She was disabled when she went on Medicare for the first time. I put her on the G plan, told her it was the best plan. When she actually went into the hospital and passed away, but before that, there was a lot of medical bills. They were all paid for. And my uncle said this plan is amazing, and I put him on the plan when he went on Medicare. So that's what I choose for my family. That's what I choose to tell anybody. Now, besides that, sometimes people want to say, well, I don't want that plan. It's expensive. There's other plans. I saw this television commercial. It's different for everybody. So when I talk to somebody, I go over many different plans and say, which one kind of sounds like you want to hear more about it? And then we kind of go from there. But if I have to put a stamp on a plan, you can watch 1,000 of these videos. I'm sure there's so many agents that talk about the G plan and that it's the best. Some agents talk about the high deductible G, and other agents talk about N. Then you have agents that swear by Medicare Advantage plans. So you're going to get different options everywhere you turn. I hope this video helped. Thanks for watching it, and I'll see you at the next video.